Hello everybody, today we're going to be doing a tier list of every map in Call of the Wild as of now. Alright, we're going to get started right into it. First of all, this is entirely off of my opinion. Not trying to say that any of the maps are bad or anything, or that there are any that are specifically better. This is all based off of opinion. Okay. First, we are going to start off with Hirschfeld and Hunting Reserve. I'm going to throw this one in C tier. Some of the good parts about this map are the fact that it has so many great ones in it. I mean, I think there's pheasant, red deer, fallow, and fox. I'm pretty sure another one or two. But the part that I just never got down with is how shrubby it is and hard to grind. But besides that, the forests look amazing and all of that, so that's why I'm putting it in C tier. Okay, this is where things might get a little bit controversial, because I'm also going to put it in C tier for one reason only. It has been so hard to hunt lately. I mean, you would have to set the time specifically for one thing to maybe find that species. There's been very little diversity, although the species of choice are very good. Whitetail, blacktail, black bear, moose, all of that. That's why I'm putting it in C tier. Medved taiga. I like this one a little bit more, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. This is because moose, wolf, and reindeer, which are very annoying because they troll constantly, but the vibe there is amazing. It's only been replicated with another map, which we'll show on later on in the list. Okay, people are not gonna like when I do this. I'm putting it in D tier. The only reason I do this is because there's no great ones. It's hard to grind. And there's no real big game there, which Call of the Wild has been asking for a Africa 2.0 for a long time now. So that's also a good reason why I'm putting Virhonga down here. Not to say that the map isn't bad or anything. They have many great species, but just overall compared to the rest of them, I don't like it as much. Parque Fernando. Man, I never really hunt this one much, so I'm just gonna put it in D tier. They have plenty of good species for it being, a South America map. But the upcoming map is gonna probably blow this one out of the water. Although they do have water buffalo, which is a nice thing to hunt. Besides that, there's nothing else too great about this map. Yukon Valley. Okay, this one is pretty good. I'm not gonna say it's A tier, but I'm gonna put it in B tier. It has so many different species, which are very important to the hunter Call of the Wild. Moose, wolf, bears, fox, multiple waterfowl species, and plenty more. It's been a great grinding map, running and gunning map. Overall, very good. But one thing that keeps it down, in my opinion, is, well, it's pretty old. Needs some updates. But besides that, another good thing about it is their dynamic weather system. This one, I'm gonna have to put it here. Don't really hunt it very much. The only reason I've seen people hunt it lately is for the roe deer grind. But besides that, it's not much of a reason. If you wanted to hunt like pheasants, for example, you would go on to Salzwiesen or something. Besides that, it's kind of an older map, more niche, and overall, there's other more popular and better maps. Silver Ridge Peaks. This is going into A tier. This might be one of the best maps, maybe even the best map in Call of the Wild. huntability for all different ways. Running and gunning, waiting, over, just grinding, everything. It's perfect. There's buffalo, or bison, sorry, bear, mule deer, and multiple more. And overall is just a great map and would recommend. Some people might not agree with this, but I'm gonna put it in A tier, just due to how much I grind it and how it's just like probably the best grinding map for most species. Tar, fallow deer, red deer. The amount of time to spend on this map makes me have to put this in A tier. I'm gonna have to put this in D tier. Nobody really hunts this too much now. It's pretty good for running and gunning, but the overall problem with it is just the lakes. They're so hard to hunt, they're so jagged along the edges and all that. Hard to hunt for things because you'll spook them off and you won't even know they're there. But overall, it's not my favorite, but still pretty good. Afraid to say this, but I'm gonna have to put it in D tier again. This is because it's very, very shrubby down there, hard to hunt. Although the species count there is great. They have alligators, probably the only good part of the map that I really hunt. Though they do have many great ones, but it's just hard to grind and hunt overall. So I'm just gonna throw it in D tier. Reventuli. I'm gonna put this in B tier. It's very close to an A tier, but I don't think so. The lake count, the species count, all of that is great. Incredible grinding map. One of the only problems I have with it is it doesn't have too much diversity with different species and just doesn't look as good as some of the rest of them. Still a very good map, barely staying in D tier. Once again, another one is going into D tier. New England Mountains overall is a great map, very beautiful, many different species, supposedly good for grinding. That's the problem. The bodies of water there are so hard to hunt. You have to like sneak the entire way, otherwise you're gonna spook off everything. That's why I'm throwing it. Next, Emerald Coast. This one's gonna go into B tier. I like this one a lot. The only problem I have with it that I can really think of is mostly the only times people hunt there is along the coastlines, which, don't get me wrong, it's great, but it's just hard to appreciate the rest of the map that way, and I sometimes get lost there. But overall, it's still an amazing map going into B tier. I'm gonna throw this into C tier. I don't really hunt there too much. I don't hate it, it looks great there, and I don't exactly love it. Their species diversity is great, but it's just faded away lately. Even though it's a relatively recent map, it's just kind of lost attention after these newer maps have popped up. Next, Salzezen. I'm gonna put this in C tier. I would imagine throwing that in B tier most of the time, but the problem is, since it's a small game based map, it's just harder to enjoy because large game is usually a larger role in the Hunter Call of the Wild, and just like a targeting map has not really worked in the Hunter Call of the Wild as well as some others like SRP and Tiora. Yeah, this is going into A tier. This is one of the best maps that they've created. For being one of the more recent ones, man, they got an unbelievable amount of new species, revamped a lot of things, dynamic weather system, looks great up there. I can't even really think of anything bad about it. It even got beavers. So, no questions, putting that in A tier. Tornasheen. Never really played it too much. Mostly for the boar grind and trying to get the new, haggis. But overall, it's just like quickly forgot about it and focused on these other maps. But that's it. Alright, that's my ranking of Hunt to Call the Wilds maps. Keep in mind, when I throw things lower on the rank, it doesn't mean that they're bad. It's just, if I had the opportunity, I'd probably put them all B tier and higher. But you have to be a little bit more strict to get a more accurate rating. Overall, love the game, recommend it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Come back for another video, and see you later.